Okay, today's class is talking about planning and dining out, and why should we be planning before we dine out? There's a reason why we should be planning before we go out and eat. Okay. Okay, first one I'm going to talk about is people do not plan to fail, but they do fail to plan, which means that no one wants to fail in life. But the problem is a lot of people do fail to plan. So they need to plan out their stuff before they do anything. So our new eating habit should not interfere with our social life. So every time when we're eating low glycemic impact foods, that's our meal plan. But it should not interfere when we go out with our friends. You don't you don't say, oh, I need to eat, I have a special meal plan, so I'm not gonna go out and eat with my friends. No. So every now and then we still have to dine out. Even though we are traveling, we don't have a kitchen. That will also make us the only way to eat food is to dine out. Hold on. Two, do not stress about dining out. There are certain food that we should be eating with moderation. I'll be talking about that in the later on slides. Also, making smart choices on your foods. Eat good fats, vegetables, and protein. These kind of food have minimal impact on your glycemic for your blood. Okay, tips. These are not the tips that you give waitress, okay? So these tips that I'm gonna give you are look ahead before you go to the restaurant. Look at their online menu. A lot of restaurants now do have menus posted on their websites or even on the internet. Look at the menu first and see what they offer. Do they offer a lot of vegetables? Do they offer a lot of lean proteins or lean meats? Or do they just offer a lot of fatty foods with a lot of starches, pasta, stuff like that? Look ahead so you can plan ahead. Okay. And before, if you are going to the restaurant, eat a healthy snack before you go. This will make you a little bit less hungry when you go, so you don't chow down on a lot of high glycemic foods. So what you can do is you can either get a handful of nuts, eat them, or even raw vegetables like carrots or celery, or even a TLS shake. Um, and then going hungry to a restaurant is like shopping when you're hungry. So it's almost the same thing. You're gonna look at the food on the table and you're just gonna eat it. And especially when there's a on what's that called? When there's a antipasta or appetizers. There you go. Also, TLS shake provides fiber and protein to make you feel less hungry. Okay, and when you go to a restaurant, remember, don't wear elastic pants. That means no pajamas and no stretchy pants. The reason why is sometimes when we get full, we don't feel full, but our stomach gets bigger, and you can feel your stomach getting bigger when you're not wearing elastic pants. Okay. Start your meal. Whoa, what the hell happened? Start your meal. Hold on, let me edit that pretty quick. Start your meal with a healthy soup, clear broth, or consomme, or even a side salad. Starting with soup or salad increase your body's awareness, and you are likely be full before you start eat too much. So that which means when you're ordering soup and salad, you're already filling up your stomach maybe quarter of a way or even half a way. So there's less space inside your stomach for you to overeat. Okay, so just like I said, less likely to overeat when your main entree comes. Okay, more tips. Drink water before your meal. And ask server not to put starter items on the table. Starter items are appetizers. Usually they are high GI foods like chips, bread, and snacks, fried fried cheese, and a lot of these starter or appetizers are high GI foods. So ask the server not to put these items on the table. Or if your friends order them, you just don't eat them, okay? Third, be the first to order so that you're not influenced by others' orders decision. Order a healthy dish and close the menu. This is very important too because I know for me personally, if one of my friends orders something that sounds really good, you kind of want to compete with them. You want to order something even better, even that tastes even better. So if you're the first to order, all you have to do is order that healthy dish, close the menu, give the menu back to the waiter. Order items that are roasted, braised, steamed, grilled, broiled, or pan-seared. Fried foods are not just high in fat, but they're also breaded with high GI carbs. That's why we don't eat fried foods. Fried foods are foods that we are avoiding, that we should be avoiding. So any kind of meat that's roasted, braised, steamed, grilled, broiled, and pan-seared, these are food that's lower in fat. Because these way of cooking, they basically squeeze out all the fat from the meat. Don't be afraid to ask for something that isn't on the menu. Item that can be substituted, like you can substitute out a potato or either mashed potatoes or fries for something healthier, maybe like a coleslaw or steamed vegetables. Okay, even more tips. Make salad your best friend. Pile up a lot of fresh greens and good beans, but don't use high fat or high sugar dressings. That means what kind of are high fat? Like ranch, that's high fat. Honey mustard, that's high sugar. There's a lot of anything you see that's white or yellow, that's not really clear, is usually high fat. Um, or even toppings like cheese, bacon, and crouton. These are high fats. What kind of dressing can you use? Use vinaigrettes or even a fresh squeeze of lemon. Any kind of olive oil dressing with vinegar or any good squeeze of lemon is good dressings. Or if you want to avoid, if you can't avoid using these bad dressing like ranch, what you can do is ask for dressing on the side on a little container. So every time when you're gonna fork your vegetables, you can dip your fork in before you fork the vegetable. So that prevents you from overusing these high fat and high GI dressings. Okay, even more tips. Okay, be aware of the following words: butter sautéed, pan fried, au gratin, Newburgh, Parmesan, cheese sauce, scallop, au latte, à la mode, and au fromage. All of these are high fat. They're either a lot of butter, or a lot of cream, or a lot of cheese. So avoid all these keywords you see on the menu. Another one you should avoid is buffets, because buffet, when you pay the price, you want to eat back all the profits or all the money you put out. So let's avoid buffet whenever possible. But if you have to go, stick with proteins and vegetables, lean proteins, and also high fibrous vegetables. These are the best kind of foods that you can probably find in a buffet. Also, be careful of portion sizes. A lot of restaurants usually serve 2 to 3 times the regular portion size that we should be eating. It depends on places. Some expensive place probably won't even serve you 2 to 3 times. They'll probably just serve you what you should be eating, especially French restaurants. Don't eat everything. When you feel that you are satisfied, you're almost full, ask for a to-go box so you can leave the rest in the to-go box and take them home and make it into another meal to save some money. And also desserts. It's very hard to avoid desserts in a restaurant. When you see dessert coming, ask yourself, are you supporting your goals? Is dessert going to help you with your goals? Are you still hungry? Or how will you feel after eating dessert? If you want to avoid the, no, the irony of people eating dessert and you're empty-handed, what you can do is you can order hot tea or coffee and participate with your friends while they're eating their desserts. Also, if you do eat dessert, if you do order some kind of dessert, make it small, make it something that's 3 bites. Because usually the best bites of dessert are the first bite, the middle bite, and the last bite of dessert. So make your dessert only 3 bites big. So 3 bites, then we should move on and get back on track with our plan. Alcohol. Alcohol is a big part of people that's trying to lose weight because alcohol basically stops all kind of fat loss. So let's talk about alcohol. If your goal is to lose fat fast, then alcohol is off the table. That means if you want to lose fat really quick, no alcohol at all. Just don't touch it. Exceeding a few drinks weekly can and will sabotage your efforts to lose fat. Alcohol is our body's top priority in digestion. That means when alcohol gets into our system, liver's first priority is break down that alcohol. So it will convert everything else in your digestive system into fat storage, and we don't want that. We want it. We don't want alcohol to interfere with our digestive system and turning all the food we just ate into fat. But if you're going to drink, eat a healthy meal first, then leave the drink as your dessert so you don't drink that as much. And never consume alcohol on an empty stomach. That's just a bad idea. Okay, there's more tips on alcohol. Alcohol can affect our sleep. A lot of people think that drinking a glass of red wine helps us relax, but it actually doesn't really do that. It actually interferes with our sleep and can stimulate appetite. Alcohol can also affect our appetite. It can lead to overeating. Drinking only after your meal and sip on water between each sip of alcohol, so you don't drink too much alcohol. Yes, alcohol can open. Oh, I couldn't say open. It does make you want to eat more. It's just the way it is how alcohol can affect you. So don't drink alcohol before you eat a meal. That's the reason why not to drink alcohol on an empty stomach. And lastly, alcohol can have effect on our health. Over time, alcohol can lead to serious problems such as stomach ulcers, liver diseases, heart problems, and even obesity. Okay, and alcohol, there's liquor, there's beer, and wine. What's the main difference? Well, liquor have fewer carbs than wine, but beer often are not beer. What am I talking about? But often liquor are mixed with juice and other sweet liquids because liquor are very strong. So most of the time they are watered down with juice or other sweets. So that means they're not any better than beer or wine. They're actually even worse because of all the sweets that's mixed in with liquor. But you can opt adding seltzer water or club soda, which are 0 calories and 0 on the GI scale if you want to water down your liquor. Sweeter alcohols such as wine have more empty calories because they're sweet. So if you're gonna drink wine, go with dry wines, something that's not sweet. And last tip, if you want to be slim, keep alcohol away. That means no alcohol, no wine, no liquor, no beer. Okay, cost of eating healthy. Eating healthy doesn't need to be expensive. Um, if you plan out your meals, you can cook in batches and you can save a lot of money. That's what we did in Miami. We actually were very fortunate to find a hotel with a kitchen, and what we did for dinners is we cooked up batches of quinoa salad, and it lasts us 4 nights. So every dinner we go back to a hotel when we're tired. Um, we don't have to be all stressed out. Oh, we still need to cook dinner. But like the second night, starting the second night, we actually had dinner in the refrigerator. All we had to do was warm it up. And when we plan out our meals and cook them in batches, we save a lot of money. Okay, and second tip: visit any local farmer markets. They their prices are usually lower than the supermarket because they cut out the middleman. They're the ones who plant these vegetables. Pretty sure a lot of local farmers they do organic farming, so you're cutting out a lot of middlemen when you're going to farmer markets. And refrain from eating out saves a ton of money. Just imagine if you're eating at home, you can spin out a meal for $5 per person. But if you're eating it out, it's gonna cost you maybe 20 to even $30 per person per meal. So you're cutting out a lot of money if you just refrain from eating out. Also, when you're buying high GI processed foods such as cereal, it can cost $5 a box or a carton. But with that $5, you can buy a lot of, not, I wouldn't say a lot. You can buy a couple of vegetables, different variety of vegetables, and even a carton of eggs for $5. And lastly, if you can pay for your health now through food, or you can pay later with hospital bills. I'm pretty sure everyone will pick. They will want to pay now with healthy foods. So our health is continuously, and not being going to the hospital to pay for our own health. Okay. So remember, your body is worth investing in by eating healthy foods. Okay, even more restaurant tips. These restaurant tips are going to be sort of categorized by what kind of foods. So for the first one, we're going to be talking about Italians. Italian food, they get a lot of bad reps because they have a lot of fattening cheese or a lot of cream, stuff like that. So when we go to Italian restaurants, what are we supposed to be looking for? We can look for foods that's like salads with vinegar dressings. Tomato-based sauces is good. If you're gonna purchase pasta or you're gonna order pasta that are tomato-based because these sauces are usually the one that's low in fat, and ask them to cut out the cheese. So they're usually low in fat, and they don't have the cream. And olives, anything with olives should be pretty good, especially on salads. Spinach is a good high fibrous vegetable. We can look for lean grill meats. These are meats that's grilled. They're usually lower in fat because the fat inside meats they do drip off when they're grilling it. Or fish. Fish is usually very good. Their protein is good and they're not as high in fat as like beef or chicken. Spaghetti squashes. These are vegetarian, not vegetarian. They're basically pasta that's spinned with squash instead of using wheat or any kind of starch to make pasta. And when you're in an Italian restaurant, what should you be avoiding? We should be avoiding breads. Could be like garlic bread. We should be avoiding cream sauces like Alfredo or cheese sauces. Oh man, I misspelled cheese again. And sauces. Cheese sauces. Anything with excessive amount of oil. Italians, a lot of their pasta tend to drizzle with extra virgin olive oil, which is good. But if they use any kind of cheese, there's going to be a lot of oil in those pastas. And some of them might offer low fiber pasta. Yeah, these are pasta that's made from wheat. If they use pastas made from stuff called drums, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Those are low fiber pastas. These pasta are going to be higher in GI compared to other pastas because of the fiber content inside the pasta. French foods. What should we be looking for? Again, we should be looking for any kind of tomato sauce or wine-based sauce because they do use a lot of dry wine in French restaurants, so that's okay. But if they use sweet wine sauce, we want to avoid that because, again, there's a lot of sugar in there. Mediterranean style dishes, so a lot of lean meats, grilled meats, and vegetables. We should be looking for boiled dishes, steamed dishes, poached, salads and vegetables, any broth-based soup. So any kind of soup that's clear or translucent. Nothing too creamy, nothing like totally white and milky. And again, we should be avoiding breads, fatty sauces, and cheese. If you go to Indian foods or Indian restaurants, they do have a lot of vegetables. Also milk. Their milk is, I think, a lot of them are fat reduction, so those are good. Tandoori style meats usually are good because it's a oven cooked meat in high heat. Tikkas is usually just lean meats with vegetables and spice. Side salads are good. Vegetable sides, they're also good. But they do have something you want to avoid. A lot of butter or coconut sauces. So basically, a lot of curries should be avoided. Kormas or salads, again, there are a lot of cream inside those sauces. Rice, we should not be eating rice because they're high in GI. Papadums or breads, basically they're flat breads. Unless these breads are made from chickpeas and lentils, that we can eat with moderation. Those are lower GIs. Fried foods, yes, again, fried foods should be avoided whenever possible for us. Greek foods, we are looking for toasted meats, not toasted, roasted meats, baked meats, salad without feta cheese. Greek love using feta cheese, so we want to avoid cheese. Hummus with vegetables. Soup, again, soup. If it comes with broth, yes, we can eat them. But if it's so white and creamy, let's avoid those. I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's basically almost like a hummus or baba ganoush. So it's a eggplant roasted with garlic and olive oil. It's almost like a side dish for you to dip. Those are good. Avoid stuff like filo pastry, filo dough, or any kind of pastries. Again, feta cheese is something we should not be eating, and also anything with excess amount of oil. Japanese foods, miso soup is good. Anything with soybeans is good, so tofu is good. Sashimi, it's fish, so it's good because we are eating good protein. Fish is good protein. Sushi, yes, we can eat sushi, but let's avoid sushi that's with rice. Yesterday, I show everyone how to make. Oh, I didn't show them how to make. I show them photo of sushi we can use with quinoa. That's good because it's low GI. We're not using rice. Anything that you see in Japanese that says yaki, that means it's grilled. So like yakitori, teriyaki. If it's teriyaki, watch out for the sweet one, the sweet sauce. Those are high in sugar. And sukiyaki, they mean they're grilled. So any grilled dishes is good. Steam or grilled vegetable is also fine. But what should we be avoiding? We should be avoiding rice, fried rice, sushi rice. Sushi rice is actually worse than white rice. They use vinegar and sugar inside. So sushi rice, we must avoid sushi rice. Fried foods such like tempura or karage, these are like fried chickens and the fried vegetable, the batter fried. We want to avoid those. Fast food. It's funny when I saw fast food. It, I would suggest everyone just avoid fast food by itself. So if you do end up with inside a fast food chain, look for something that's grilled, something that's small portioned. Look for salads, but watch out for their salad because a lot of their dressings aren't that healthy. Wraps, anything that's wrapped in flat bread. Remember, no breads. That means no sandwiches, no hamburger buns. But what's good is In-N-Out does offer protein style, so no breads. What should we avoiding? Avoiding again fried foods. That means French fries, chicken nuggets, anything that's fried. A lot of people said, but isn't diet soda good? But because they use a lot of replacement sugar, such as aspartame or these bad sweeteners, it affects our appetite and also our mind. So stay away from diet soda because a lot of people think they're 0 calories, so they can drink as much as they want. But at the end, these sweeteners are not that healthy for us. Also, dressings inside fast food. A lot of these dressings are either ranch, Caesar, um, honey mustard. All these are the big ones we should be avoiding. These are either high in fat or high in sugar. Unless you see they have vinaigrettes, but also you want to test out the vinaigrettes in fast food chains as well because they might add sugar in there too. Okay, Mexican foods. When we're eating Mexican food, there are a lot of good stuff in Mexican food. There's salsa, any tomato-based sauces. There are grilled meats, whole wheat tortillas. Okay, the low-fat cheese. Sometimes you can find low-fat cheese. You can ask for them. Light sour cream, fresh guacamoles. These are the good stuff inside Mexican food. But what we want to avoid is full fat sour creams, cheese that are full fat. Nachos, because nachos are basically fried tortillas. So we want to avoid nachos. We also want to avoid refried beans. So you see a lot of these beans that's mushed up. These are the refried beans. They're basic beans are good, but refried beans add in a lot of excessive amount of oil. So we want to avoid that. Okay, and the last one is Chinese food and Thai food. Well, this also goes with any kind of Southeastern Asia foods. So we should be looking for a lot of steamed vegetables. A lot of vegetable in Chinese restaurants are either steamed or stir fried. So we can look for vegetables and lean proteins. So that means no ducks. We can eat lean chicken, um, pork that's lean. Remember lean proteins. That means avoid fats from animals. Steamed and stir fried dishes. So you can eat like stir fried vegetables, broccoli with beef, stir fried. Thai salads are good. A lot of their salad are fresh vegetables and fresh fruits with vinegar. Any kind of soup that you see is clear, usually they are safe to eat. They're not high in sugar. They're basically a lot of them are bone broths, so these are good. Sauces that's like chili sauces or with basil and lime. These are the sauce that we should be eating, not those sweet and sour type of sauce. Because these, if you have basil and lime inside the sauce, it's already very flavorful. So they don't add more sugar or any kind of a lot of excess amount of oil to enhance the flavor. So if we eat Chinese food or Thai food or any Asian food, what should we be avoiding? Number one thing we should be avoiding is rice dishes. There are a lot of rice items such as um, fried rice, steamed rice, rice noodles, rice paper. A lot of these rice stuff we should be avoiding because they're high GI. Again, sweet and sour sauces. We should be eating more sour stuff, but not the sweet stuff. Sour stuff are actually good for our body. So sweet stuff, no sweet and sour sauce. Fried foods, a lot of stuff like egg rolls, spring rolls, compound chicken, which is technically not really Chinese food. A lot of these fried food we should be avoiding. Again, ducks. If you can find duck meat, it's good. But a lot of these Asian places serve duck whole. That means there's a lot of fat. Duck is actually one of the fattiest animals that we consume. Coconut or cream sauces. So basically, what's it called? Green curry from Thai food. Do not order those. Those are with a lot of cream, either coconut cream or even cream from cows. So noodle-based dishes. This is one. This one. There's a couple of people asking me about noodle-based dishes. If the noodles made from wheat, avoid them. If there's actually glass noodles, those are good because they're made from green beans. Um, so I'm not sure if any people, especially the Hispanic students, if they know what glass noodles are. Those are the good. Those are the noodle when you put it in the water, they look kind of clear. Those are the good noodles. Those are low GIs. And lastly, avoid white rice. And that's it for the class.